Hey guys, Jerry here, and welcome back to GregTech once more. We are gathered here today to witness the hopeful increase of capacity of my nuclear reactor. So I have prepared all of these little heat vents here, and a bunch more iron bars and such, and we even have the diamonds needed for this. So it's 4 advanced heat vents on top of the 2 we already have over in the reactor. Hopefully all of these together should be enough to keep the reactor cool. Or rather, not keep it cool, but keep it steady. That's the key here. We want to be able to dissipate enough heat from the fuel elements without necessarily killing our reactor. So let's see what we can do. So if we set it up the way that I intended to do, like this, with all of the heat vents, advanced heat vents all the way around the fuel rods, and then some component heat vents here to help dissipate if they can't do enough. So we'll see if this works. Let us turn it on. Look at all that beautiful power here, and then let's look at the heat of these things. Is it stable? These ones are not heating up at all. These ones have reached some sort of low value, but again, I guess it's the way it's cycled through this thing, so, sort of in some way. But yeah, this actually looks to be working. It looks stable at 258, so if I put this in, and wait just a moment, the heat should actually fall in the reactor. Yeah. Alright, so this reactor heat vent here, oh yeah, of course, it's hot, which means that I'll take damage if I'm near it. If I stand here in the door, I'm just far enough away. So, with this setup here, I'm actually generating 257 EU per tick with the nuclear reactor on, which should mean that if we sprint back to the base here, we should see that my MFE pretty much gets filled really quickly. Like, this is 3 times as much as it did with just the one double fuel rod in. Oh yeah, look at that, and it's even nighttime. So by the time that we get back to the reactor to turn it off, it'll be at 2 million already, even more. So I have plenty of power going around now, which means I can, you know, use my blast furnace even more and actually start using some of the more advanced stuff in here. What I really need is actually more aluminium, that sort of stuff. Like, I need so much of this stuff. I would love to be able to refine it faster. But yeah. The nuclear reactor can now power my blast furnace without problems. You can see the power is still generating quite rapidly. But that's not what we're gonna be spending all our time with here. Rather, we have the helium cell in here finally ready. We get a bit of extra gold dust. We got some redstone out of that glowstone as well. But the helium cell here is the big winner. So we need 4 tin plates around this in order to make it into a coolant cell. So let's get this done with. Bam, and then finally, superconductors. Now this thing here is what we need for the this thing upgrade rather is what we need for a mining laser. So you can see we need 6 helium cells to make a mining laser, and we need 3 mining lasers to make like all the machines we'd love to make. So a lot of helium is needed, and endstone dust is really the way to go for this. But it's not that we're interested in. We're interested in this recipe here, overclock upgrade. So we need integrated circuit, we need 2 copper cables. So 1 of those, 2 of those, and if we do bam, bam, and whappity bam, we get 2 overclock upgrades. Now the reason you see decreases processing time to 49 is that you can stack these in vanilla industrial craft machines. But when you split them up you can see 70%, but they also, now they work on GregTech machines if I right click on them. So let's say I want to, which machine would I want to increase the capacity of? I think the centrifuge here is quite slow and it doesn't use a lot of power either. So if we plug this in here and centrifuge something, like let's take a bit of redstone here. So redstone normally, if we find the recipe here, there we are. 340 seconds. Actually, that's not a good example. Do we have a quick recipe here? That we can kinda... Hydrogen? No. Actually, hold on, I need to check the power in here before it runs amok. Alright, good. We have a bit of time. Let's see. Do we have any quick recipes in here that I can sort of show it with? Actually, hold on. This stuff. So, here, 4 seconds. So this should actually take less than 4 seconds. I can... Yeah, that is definitely faster than before. But I also think it's supposed to be using like 4 times the power that it did before. So rather than this using 480 EUs over 4 seconds, so if we divide that, it'll be like 4 or 5 EU per tick. It'll use 20 EU per tick. So basically, if I had this running and the Macerators as well, I'm going to be over capacity for this bat box now, so I might need to move this to a separate line. Or, you know, put it up here next to this charger where I have all the batteries in. That would also be a way to do it. But basically, I can see that it's working faster. Now, the other machine I really want to upgrade is the assembling machine in here. This one also doesn't use a lot of power, but I really need it to work rather fast to get, you know, all of these circuit boards done. And again, if we look at the recipe here, 80 seconds to do this. But it's about 25% of the time now, and it's taking, well, it's not taking 20 seconds. Again, it's a bit meh to kind of try and determine exactly how it works, but or how much effect it has, but it definitely is working faster. So that's quite pleasant. Now, yeah, I love that the nuclear reactor is now stable with a much higher capacity. I would, however, love that if I was able to, you know, turn it on and off from inside the factory. I don't have Project Red or anything similar in here, so I can't really transfer redstone signals via an easy cable. I know that GregTech has a built-in let's turn it off for a bit. I know GregTech has a built-in redstone sort of receiver sender thing with covers, but I'm not quite sure exactly how it works and how you like attune a special cover to go to a special machine or whatnot. And I'm also not sure if, like, I could probably make it work with the nuclear reactor, but I have to make like a machine block, put the cover on that, then send the redstone signal into the... I know that Thaumcraft has a way to do wireless redstone with node blocks, which is actually quite fancy. You can make this sort of thing called an arcane ear, which attunes to a special node. So if you then play that node and the arcane ear hears it, it'll send off a redstone signal as a pulse. If you then combine that with a T flip-flop, you can basically push a button over here to make a node, and the arcane ear will hear it over there, and it'll then turn off the reactor or turn it on depending on what stage what state it was in before. It's quite an elegant solution really to the wireless redstone problem, and I'm a big fan of it. But again, I haven't started Thaumcraft yet in this series. I don't know if I will, but I just felt like it would be good to mention that you can do it like that. Again, in terms of GregTech, there are these I don't know if they're called wireless redstone, red pipe wire. Actually, what do these do? As an assembly table. That's a Buildcraft thing, I think. These might actually work as redstone signal wires. But the thing I really wanted to show was I think it's called redstone. So there's the redstone receiver and there's the redstone transmitter. So transmit signals from the attached machine and receive signals into the attached machine. So that basically allows you to do some sort of wireless redstone, but I'm not quite sure how it works. I'm sure that one of you commenters over mine in particular know exactly how this works. So any help there would be much appreciated, because I really would want to turn that thing on and off from here without necessarily having to go over there. I could of course also just, you know, put a liner block with redstone and repeaters on. That would be a very low-tech way of doing it, but it would be possible, but it would not look good. But it would be possible. Again, that's something I'm gonna have to consider doing. So, let us move on to something completely different now. I've mentioned it a couple of times that I want to kill the Ender Dragon so we have a way in and out of the end. And that still stands. But in order to kill the Ender Dragon, I kind of feel like we need a good bow. So I'm gonna try to make a good bow. Again, this is gonna be completely vanilla. I don't think there are GregTech has any special bow recipes. There is the bow of bone from Thaumcraft, but again, that's something completely different. So free sticks, free string. We just so happen to have free sticks here. Bam. I think this is actually the first bow we made. Like, we've looted a couple, but this is the first one we've made. And since I have all of this experience, I would like to try my luck to get a good enchant on this. So we have a good old enchanting table here. If I could get Infinity, that'd be great. Power 3, punch 1. Not great. Now, if I could combine these two on the anvil to get power 5 punch 1s, that'd be great. That'd be a brilliant bow. Arrows, again, feathers, sticks, and flint. Not a big deal. I can make tons of arrows. I think I should have a ton of feathers at least. Let's see here. I have one in here and then a bunch of eggs, but I also have I have a good stash in here. I also have a good stash of flint. And with the lathe we can quickly put out some sticks and we can make a bunch of arrows and just keep those with us. So yeah, I think work's gonna start on I actually think I'm also gonna make the Nanosuit armor for the Ender Dragon fight. I think that's gonna be, since we have the nuclear reactor producing this much power now, we can easily power it without any issues whatsoever. I was looking for the lathe. There we are. And then let us go over here and just quickly see how expensive would it be to combine these two. 21 levels. That actually would be possible. Hold on, what? But it would only be power 3 punch 1. It doesn't go, apparently it doesn't stack up. That's kind of disappointing. Oh well. So, in order to make the Nanosuit armor, we need 4 energy crystals. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. And there. Put this back in here. And then we can compress these. Let's see, do I have anything running in here? Nope, carbon dust is already done. The reason I've been doing this carbon dust is because I'm gonna need a lot of carbon plates to actually make the Nanosuit armor. But luckily I have managed to gather enough of them by now, so it's all fine and dandy. So let's see, do I have any nuclear components on me? Nope, I don't. That means I can... Hold on, empty hand? There we are. I'm shift right clicking in order to change the armor around. I should probably make another armor stand actually. I don't know why I managed to pick up that one. 2 iron ingots, 3 stone slabs. That should be possible. Do I have... Yes, I do. And iron. There we are. So we have extra armor stands here, and there's room for 2 more, so that's just perfect. So we can put away the normal set of armor we have now, and start crafting the beautiful new stuff that we're gonna have. So let us grab the carbon plates, and get to work. So chest plate. That's 1. Helmet. Actually, the helmet might be something different. Might be a completely different recipe. Let's get the boots. Let's get the pants. And then, with the pants, you put the crystal in the crotch. And finally, the helmet, which... Let me just quickly see here. Nano suit helmet. I need night vision goggles first. Alright, night vision goggles. Okay, that's That's something else entirely. Advanced circuits not a problem. Advanced RE battery not a problem. Advanced heat exchanger might be a bit of a problem because we need lapis plates and heat exchangers, which need a bunch of copper plates. So I need 2 of these. I need 4 of these actually. So I need to make 4 heat exchangers. So 20 copper plates is what I'm gonna need. Now, I don't keep copper plates in stock, because copper plates, I rarely, it's not something I really use that much. Let's get all the machines we can working on this. I don't want to risk putting 9 in here, because it might make the fake copper plate instead. And in the meantime, can we actually use this to charge up the armor? Nope, we can't. Alright. Guess we'll charge it up in here. Slowly but surely. This one's working fine. Now, tin plates is something I do have in stock though, because that's very much like a staple of the GregTech diet here. You need so many of them that it's something that's worth keeping around. Let's see, copper. I need to stop right-clicking stuff with plates. Looking here, copper plates, tin plates. Helmet, night vision goggles, advanced heat exchanger. I need 4 electronic circuits. And then I need tin plates here, here, here. And copper plates on the other slots. Heat exchanger. Alright, so we just need to finish the copper plates. Then we can move on to upgrading these to advanced. We also need lapis plates. And it has to be lapis, apparently. So we need a block of lapis to cut it into plates. I think I have like 60 of these, yeah, so we can... Luckily we have the plate cutting machine already, so we can just toss these in here. And that should be fine. Then, other than that, we need reinforced glass. I have that. I have some couple of illuminators. I have lots of these. Advanced RE battery, 5 bronze atom casings is gonna be the issue here. I don't think I have any of those left. I have 1 left. Alright, that means... I need 2 bronze plates. And then we can toss those in the plate cutting machine, and that should be it. Alright, well, I guess all the stuff is pretty much ready to go then. Let's see here. 4 heat exchangers. And then to upgrade these to the right one, we need lapis plates. And a lot of circuits. I don't have this many circuits. Alright. You know what, I'm gonna get these night vision goggles sorted, and then I'll see you when that's happened. Alright, it'll take just a bit. And there we have it, night vision goggles. Now, one thing I should mention, the illuminators here, recipe, mercury, bit of iron, some tin, some glass, make 16 of these. Basically, what they do, or what they are, is lamps that use EU in order to generate... why is there an egg flowing through there? I think there's a chicken on my roof. Anyway, they use EU from cables in order to produce light. So you can like attach them to a cable somewhere, and they will light up the room and look very, very fancy, depending on what orientation you have them. Anyway, night vision goggles. There we are. And now, if we combine these with some more reinforcements and this thing, it doesn't work. Carbon plate, night vision goggles, carbon plate, carbon plate. Do they have to be full? Night vision goggles, energy cell. Interesting, or odd, or... Anyway, let us charge them up here and actually see how they work. I made the mistakes of thinking, for some reason, there was only 100,000 EU in this rather than a million. So I put it in here charging, and then all of a sudden I noticed, hey, whoa, what happened to all my power? So I turned the nuclear reactor back on in order to charge these things. I reckon that was a good choice. So, yeah, once these ones are charged, we'll put in the legs or something, and get a bit more power drawn out of the reactor while it's working. It's really nice to have that massive thing to just turn on and power everything. But again, I would love to have a wireless signal to it, so I could do it from here. Or just a wired signal, really. It's just a matter, do I want to be... Am I lazy enough to not... Well, yeah. well, am I lazy enough that I really don't want to put a normal redstone signal all the way there, or like it's just a normal redstone thing is gonna be ugly. I know I can like hide it up in these, or I could hide it on the ground, or I could put it up on top of these little energy posts I have. Like the top bit of fence there, I could replace that with my plank or something, and then use slabs to put the signal on in between. But again, it's a decision that needs to be made. In any case, it's not something worth watching. But yeah, night vision goggles. So these things, since apparently I can't upgrade them, it might just be the workbench. It might also be that the recipe has been disabled for some reason, or that there's something missing. Like, we've seen broken recipes before, we really have. So let me just quickly unequip them here. This one on top, this one below. Carbon plate, carbon plate. Oh, here it works. Alright. Nanosuit helmet. Let's get the big... What? Oh, come on. Okay, there is something with that recipe that just doesn't work. I guess we shall stick with night vision goggles here. They do look quite badass, really. And then, of course, if I could just get my boots charged up as well, I think I'm pretty much going to be ready for an Ender Dragon fight. I need to figure out if the night vision effect here is actually going to actually give me night vision. I don't have any dark areas. Well, I do have one dark area nearby. I think it's the only dark area I have. So if I look in here, will I be able to... Or do I have to... hold on, let me just quickly check my controls here. It might be that there is some sort of... Let's see, there is the IC2 mode switch. Let's try and move that over to somewhere else. So, oh. Do I have to like unequip them, and if I hold them in my hand, I can right click and nothing happens. I can right click to equip, but it doesn't. I don't seem to be getting night vision. I'll have to look into that, figure out exactly how they work, if they work at all. Like with all that stuff, I would assume that they work, but I need to figure out how to turn them on. So yeah, that's gonna be a challenge here. I'm a bit disappointed I can't seem to upgrade them, but whatever. I'll deal with it. Let's get these boots filled up, and then I think like I just need to make a couple of arrows, and then I'll pretty much be ready to fight the Ender Dragon. I might also need to grow a pumpkin quickly just in case. I think it would be pretty good to have a pumpkin to not you know, aggro the Enderman there. So unless these night vision goggles work as a pumpkin, I'm probably gonna leave those behind and then just go with the pumpkin helmet. But we'll see. In any case, I think this is gonna be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and well, I think for now the nuclear reactor stuff is done, so hopefully we can move on to other stuff in the near future. So until then, I am Jerry, this has been GregTech, where we've been making industrial craft armor, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!